Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, and welcome to Striaton City, where we have the Striaton Spring hosting the Ballonlea Angels. Ballonlea Angels starting out with Sylveon and Primarina. Striaton Spring are going to start out with two starter Pokemon, Rillaboom and Sceptile, both grass-based. Rillaboom also activating that Grassy Surge, so it's going to boost the grass type moves, but also it's going to restore HP to every Pokemon on the field in between turns. Let us know in the comments below who you think is going to win today's battle, Striaton Spring or the Ballonlea Angels. Both teams coming off of wins last week. Sceptile starting out with that Vacuum Wave, and it's going to target Primarina, not doing a great deal of damage and not very effective. Rillaboom going second for the Striaton Spring, going with a Frenzy Plant. That's more what Striaton Spring want, and that will target Primarina, and it's super effective, and Primarina has already been eliminated before it is able to get a move off. That's the first elimination for this battle on the second movement. Great start for the Striaton Spring. Sylveon responds with a Confuse Ray, and it's going to target Sceptile on this one. Amazing start by Rillaboom and Sceptile there. More so Rillaboom getting in that stab boost as well with the Grassy Surge, or the grassy terrain on the field. Weezing now coming out for the Ballonlea Angels with its neutralizing gas, so it'll prevent all abilities of the Pokemon. Obviously, the grassy terrain already been activated, so it won't stop. Sceptile looking to shake off that confusion, and it doesn't. Instead, it hits itself. Sceptile having that 105 special attack, 120 speed, so it's very quick. Sylveon now going with Slack Off, but its HP is already full, so it's not going to restore any. Weezing now going in with the Flame Charge, so this is going to be super effective on whoever it hits, and it goes for Rillaboom. Doesn't actually do as much damage as you might have expected, but it will boost the speed of Weezing. All Pokemon now having their HP restored. But as always, 6-on-6 Metronome battle. If we do hit that 20-minute timer, we will go into single battle overtime, and the Striaton Spring know all about overtime. Sceptile shaking off this confusion. Striaton Spring having their previous two battles go into overtime. They want to try and avoid that and get the full 4 points from a victory today. Sylveon's special defense will be harshly lowered. Sylveon already having that special defense of 130, so it's actually a good move by Sceptile. Weezing is going to go with a Dig, so it's going to burrow underground, but that won't be super effective no matter who it hits. Rillaboom now hoping to make the most of its 125 attack. It goes with a Lash Out, but Weezing, having dug underground, does avoid it. Sylveon now going with a Perish Song, so all three Pokemon on the field, Weezing being able to avoid this, will faint in the next 3 turns, unless they can go back to their party or something, but that is not good. This could potentially shake up the battle greatly, so we'll see who it favours. Sceptile again, hoping to shake off that confusion. It's going to want to target Weezing here. It goes with a Peck. Sorry, not target Weezing. It's going to want to target Sylveon, and it does. Gets that successful hit. Weezing connects with a Dig on Rillaboom, but it's not very effective. Rillaboom now looking to respond. And it goes with a Bulldoze. This is going to hit everybody on the field. It's not going to do a great deal of damage to anybody. Will lower everybody's speed, so this could potentially help the Striaton Spring be able to be the first movers. Sylveon now going with an Ice Beam. Now this should be super effective, and it goes for Sceptile, and it's a very big hit. Sceptile is able to just hold on though, 17 HP remaining. It will get some of that restored from that grassy terrain, thankfully for the Striaton Spring. Both teams are currently sitting out of the 8 as well. Striaton Spring in 11th place, Ballonlea Angels in 13th. So both teams desperately want this win to try and climb up into the 8. Perish counts now fallen to 2. So 2 turns remaining for Rillaboom, Sceptile, and Sylveon. Rillaboom now going with a Mist. It's going to want to try and get those offensive attacks onto Weezing before it leaves the battlefield. Sceptile still looking to shake off that confusion. Unfortunately, it doesn't, and Sceptile has eliminated itself from this battle. It's the first Pokemon down for the Striaton Spring, so it goes before the Perish Song takes it. Weezing now looking to target Rillaboom, and it goes with a Stomp. Doesn't do a great deal of damage. Rillaboom still being above its 50%. Sylveon though goes with a circle throw. But Rillaboom avoids it. That would have actually favoured Rillaboom, sending it back into the party, and it would have prevented that Perish Song from taking Rillaboom out of the battle. Third Pokemon now is going to come onto the field for the Striaton Spring as that Perish Song falls to 1 for Rillaboom and Sylveon. Serena now comes on for the Striaton Spring. Serena's going to want to look to take advantage of that 120 base attack, so it's going to want to hit some physical moves whilst it's here. Rillaboom, with its last move, goes with a Hyper Voice. This is going to hit both opposing Pokemon. Serena now looking to follow it up, goes with a Magic Room. So this won't do any physical damage to the opposing team. Sylveon's going to want to also look to take advantage of its last attack. Weezing's going to go before it though. And Weezing goes with a Baton Pass, so Weezing's actually going to leave the field now. Which is it should reactivate that grassy terrain with that neutralizing gas wearing off, and it does. That Grassy Surge from Rillaboom. So Grassy Terrain will take effect twice during this battle. So again, more HP will be restored by a Pokemon on the field. Fourth Pokemon now is going to come out for the Ballonlea Angels, and it's Togekiss making its debut in the Elite Challenge League. Togekiss being a very specially based Pokemon. Special attack of 120, special defense of 115, and we get a Flare Blitz from Sylveon. Sylveon's going to want to target Serena surely, but it goes for Rillaboom, and Rillaboom has been eliminated. Sylveon's not going to wait for the Perish Song to take it. Sylveon's going to take Rillaboom itself, so that's 2 Pokemon down for the Striaton Spring, and Sylveon, although it's just restored a little bit of HP, that Perish count will fall to 0, and Sylveon is also eliminated from the battle. So that's 2 taken from the Striaton Spring, 2 taken from the Ballonlea Angels, and we have a Bombersnow come on for the Striaton Spring. The Ice Grass type Weezing coming back onto the field for the Ballonlea Angels, reactivating that neutralizing gas. As always, in the link below, we also have a Google Doc containing the ladder, fixture stats, and the rosters, as well as a link to the Instagram page that will give you consistent updates. And we get a drill run from Togekiss going straight for a Bombersnow, but it's not very effective. So Bombersnow is going to stand strong, already not having that very impressive defense that you would expect, of only 75 defense. Get a Rock Throw now, and it's super effective on Togekiss. Weezing finally being taken below yellow. And a Stealth Rock now being placed by Bombersnow, so those Stealth Rocks are going to be floating on the opposing side, so whoever comes onto the field next for the Ballonlea Angels will be taking damage. Again, everyone's going to get that HP restoration from the grassy terrain. Togekiss now going first. Wants to take advantage of those special attack and goes with a Power Whip, so it goes for the physical move. And it targets Serena, and it's not going to do a great deal of damage, not very effective on the grass type Pokemon. Serena is hoping to respond. Serena goes with a Smog. And that also is in response to Togekiss, and it's super effective, but you wouldn't think so. It didn't do a great deal of damage. It's not a very powerful attack. An Avalanche now being done by Weezing surely has to go after Serena, and it does. Goes with the Ice attack, super effective. Taking Serena below 50%. A Bombersnow now. Coming in with the Moon Blast on the Fairy typing. And it goes for Weezing. And a very big hit, although not very effective. That critical hit though will give it that much needed boost. Weezing's special attack will fall. Weezing not being so much of a special attack based Pokemon, but more defensive with that 120 base defense. Again, everyone's still getting that HP restoration. Except for Togekiss being the very flying type. Togekiss now goes with the Endeavor. And it's going to target Serena. Not doing much damage whatsoever though. Serena goes with a Skitter Smack. Again in response to Togekiss. These 2 Pokemon just keep going back and forth. Not very effective. But it will lower Togekiss's special attack. Weezing now is going to go with a Boom Burst. Hitting everybody on the field. Unfortunately, it takes Togekiss down into the red. The Bombersnow looking to take advantage. Goes with a Sludge Bomb. And it goes for Weezing. And Weezing has been eliminated by the Poison type move. Neutralizing gas now will wear off And the Striaton Springer are going to get some of that HP back that they want. That poison type move would have done great damage to the fairy typings. Carbink now making its debut also in the Elite Challenge League. So 3 Pokemon now making their debuts in the Elite Challenge League with a Abomasnow, Togekiss and Carbink all on the field right now. Togekiss going with that Flame Wheel. This is going to be super effective. If it hits a Abomasnow, you've got to think 4 times damage, but it looks like it's going for Serena. And regardless, Serena... Oh no, I apologize. Serena holds on with 1 HP. I thought it was eliminated. Serena goes with that Fell Stinger in response. And again, these 2 Pokemon going back and forth. A little bit of damage done to Togekiss. Not very effective though. Abomasnow has the potential to finish Togekiss off right here. And goes with a Bubble Beam. Surely you'd think this will do it. Targeting Togekiss. And Togekiss has been eliminated with a 1-2 hit from Abomasnow and Serena. Togekiss is eliminated. Striaton Spring have a 2 Pokemon lead at the moment. Carbink goes with a Tri-Attack in response. If it hits Serena, it will take out that last bit of HP, and it does. So it's 3 down for the Striaton Spring, and 4 down for the Ballonlea Angels. Carbink not being much of an attacker, only having 50 attack and 50 special attack, but where it does benefit is those defenses with 150 defense and special defense. So Carbink will be able to take a hit during this battle. That Grassy Train leaving the field. Hatterene coming onto the field as the last Pokemon for the Ballonlea Angels. Tangrowth coming onto the field for the Striaton Spring. Tangrowth being the #1 ranked Pokemon for the Striaton Spring, having that 100 attack and HP, as well as 125 special defense and 110 special attack. So Tangrowth will be able to pack a very powerful hit. Abomasnow, surprisingly being the fastest Pokemon on the field right now, has paralyzed Hatterene. Carbink now is going to go with a Razor Leaf onto the grass typing, so this will not be very effective. It will hit both of them, but it does not do a great deal of damage whatsoever. Tangrowth now with an opportunity. And it goes in Magic Coat, so it won't be offensive. It will just help its own team now, shrouding them in that Magic Coat. Hatterene now shakes off that paralysis and goes with Inferno, so this is going to be super effective. And it targets Tangrowth, and Tangrowth has been eliminated in its first turn on the field. That is exactly what the Ballonlea Angels needed. Hatterene taking advantage of that 136 special attack that it has. That special defense on Tangrowth only being 50 could not stand up to that Inferno. Cradily now being the last Pokemon for the Striaton Spring. You get a Slam coming down from Abomasnow, and it targets Carbink, but Carbink with that impressive defense and not very effective move barely suffers any damage. Cradily coming onto the field with that special defense of 107. Get a Bone Rush now from Carbink. Hits once, and it will hit Abomasnow twice, but it is not very effective. Cradily now with an opportunity to do some damage on its first turn, goes with a Mega Kick, but Carbink avoids the attack. Hatterene now, with that impressive first move, goes with a Crab Hammer, but that Storm Drain from Cradily will get its stats boosted. Special attack being risen. We're down to the last 2 Pokemon for each side. Both teams desperately wanting this victory. Abomasnow going with a Whirlwind, but it will fail because there's nobody to send back to the party. Carbink goes with a Double Team, so it's going to boost its evasiveness. So with that already impressive defense, it's going to be even harder to take down now. Cradily goes with the Oblivion Wing. And it targets Carbink, but barely does any damage whatsoever. Not very effective. Carbink standing up very tall and strong. Hatterene now going with a Head Smash. This is going to get that recoil damage. It's going to hit very hard, and it eliminates Abomasnow. What a hit! A super effective move. Abomasnow has been taken down by Hatterene. That recoil damage is great, but even still, Ballonlea Angels have now got the advantage 2-1 over the Striaton Spring. They just want to take down Cradily, who has the potential to finish them both off, but we get a Vice Grip from Carbink. Shouldn't do a great deal of damage, and doesn't. Barely making a scratch on Cradily. Cradily now has the opportunity to respond. And goes with a reversal. Surely it's going to want to hit Carbink here. And it does. But it does not do much. Unfortunately for the Ballonlea Angels, Hatterene could not shake its paralysis on this turn, which is exactly what the Striaton Spring need there. If Cradilla can keep targeting Carbink whilst Hatterene's suffering from that paralysis, it is perfect for the Striaton Spring, who are starting to play that long game that they've done every week so far, where the battle is getting dragged out. Cradilla now goes with a dual chop, so it goes for another offensive move, but it doesn't affect Hatterene. Hatterene in response goes with a rapid spin, so it's able to shake off that paralysis. Not very effective, but it will boost the speed of Hatterene, although with that paralysis I don't see it going before Cradilla. Carbink still surprisingly being the fastest Pokemon on the field, even with that speed of 50. It goes with Safeguard. Cradilla, so it's a very slow Pokemon on the field. Cradilla having that speed of only 43 goes with an Icicle Crash. So it should hit multiple times, I believe. Actually, no, it won't. It will only hit once. And Hatterene almost gets eliminated. And it flinches this time, so it doesn't even have to worry about the paralysis. It flinches. This is perfect for Cradilla. It's still just chipping away at the opposing two Pokemon. Striaton Spring is still hanging in there, and it's doing fantastic. Minimized by Carbink, so it's boosted its evasiveness again. So Cradilla is definitely going to want to finish off Hatterene so it can focus all of its attention on Carbink. Goes with the Charge Beam, and Carbink avoids that move, again with that boosted evasiveness. Fantastic, and we get a Baby Doll Eyes from Hatterene, so it shakes off the paralysis, but it doesn't go with an offensive attack, only lowering the attack of Cradilla. Carbink now goes with a Leaf Blade. This won't be super effective on Cradilla whatsoever, already being a Grass type. And we get our 3-minute warning. This is very familiar territory for the Striaton Spring. They're getting very close to that overtime. Again, their previous two battles going into overtime, they want those full points, but if they can drag this out to overtime and even just get that one, we get a Synthesis from Hatterene, very needed. It's going to restore much of its HP. So Cradilla unfortunately couldn't take advantage and eliminate Hatterene. Hatterene is going to stay in this battle potentially for a little bit longer. Especially if we go into overtime, it will get that paralysis cured. Now we get an Ice Beam though from Carbink. And a very big hit, super effective on Cradilla. Cradilla needs to respond, and it needs to respond hard, and it just goes with a Flower Shield, so it's only going to boost its defenses, not going with the offensive move. Hatterene now is able to shake off that paralysis, and we get that 2-minute warning, and it goes with a Mud Shot. So this shouldn't do much damage, and Cradilla holds on. 3 HP left, and its speed will fall, but still Cradilla is in this. It can hold on. If Carbink can even just get in a tackle, you'd have to think it'll eliminate Cradilla. But will it go with an offensive move? It goes with Play Knife, so it won't. So Cradilla is still in this. Striaton Spring are hanging on desperately. Even though its attack has fallen, Cradilla can still do some damage with that Metronome. Hopefully it can get some. It goes with a String Shot, so it's only going to lower the speed of the opposing two Pokemon. Desperately holding on are the Striaton Spring. They need this victory, but so do the Ballonlea Angels. Hatterene shakes off that paralysis, and it goes with the Frenzy Plant. The move we saw with the first elimination on Primarina is going to finish off Cradilla. Unbelievable. This move that started the battle has finished the battle. Ballonlea Angels have got that much needed win. Just as we were hitting the last minute of the timer, here's that Frenzy Plant that we saw from Rivalry doing almost full damage to Primarina, who only had a little bit chipped away by Sceptile. But Ballonlea Angels get their much needed second win of the season. Sceptile unfortunately taking itself out of the battle whilst there's some confusion. And that Flare Blitz from Sylveon, which finished off Rillaboom before the Perish Song could take it down, which would eventually take down Sylveon. But unbelievable. Hopefully the Ballonlea Angels can keep up this momentum next week when they face the Viridian Fissure. As the Striaton Spring, although not going into overtime this week, did have the battle finish in that just at the last minute of this battle. Hopefully that they can get some momentum back when they go face the Goldenrod Giants in Goldenrod City next week. Unbelievable. Even Carbink getting that 1 HP hit on Serena made a big difference as it. And then you have Hatterene come onto the field and just eliminate the last 3 Pokemon for the Striaton Spring. Very great performance by Hatterene, especially after being paralyzed and doing that massive recoil damage to itself. Was able to synthesize and just do fantastic work for the Ballonlea Angels. The Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field, and always remember, you are so awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, and I will speak to you guys next time.